been a wild ride to the All-Star break.
It really,
I've had to check myself recently.
I'm glad that you check yourself, because I definitely am emotional. Even one of my bosses came in and was like, "Are you okay?" Like, as the game's going on, I'm like, "I'm good." Why? And he's like, "I know how you get. I've seen this before." And I'm like, "Well, I'm good." And then I throw a pen and 2 seconds later, but truly and then someone's trying to troll me in the office and was like, "Saw what your Kings did against the Suns." And guess what? My response, "What a fun game." Like, that was truly my response. Like, it was such a fun game. Sucks that they lost, but wow, the style of basketball, what I witnessed, I'm so excited. That was the game I got to watch. And they're kind of like, "No, I'm talking shit. Like, what are you doing?" And that's the perspective I think I've had for most of this year. And I just hope, again, I understand it's hard. We're all fans. But at the same time, if you can try to kind of have that perspective when a game is good, to really appreciate, because it's not always going to be good. And you remember all the shitty basketball that you watched.
Yeah. And you know how I'm sucked in I am with all this stuff, right? Like,
yes,
I'm reading, I'm watching, I'm in our Discord, I'm on King's Reddit reading stuff. And when you consume a lot of different views, which I think there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Like, I'm a very emotional being. So I feel a lot. And I get stunned sometimes by some of the reactions. Like, wait, what? Am I missing something? Like, what am I feeling? Are my feelings not accurate? It's like, no, that your feelings are accurate. But anyway, my point to that, Morgan, is like, you can acknowledge that this team is flawed and still enjoy the ride, right? Like, I think I'm to the point now where I'm like, guys, this year has been a little more bumpy than I thought it would be too. I didn't think it was going to be like as kind of crazy as it's been. But my perspective is, whoa, they're 31-23. That's the same record they had this point last year.
Yeah.
Okay, you'll take that. But also my other perspective is like, dude, you watched years and years of shit basketball. You had to find a way to get excited about things. You were spending time on our podcast going, "Man, do you think they should get some Kyle Guy minutes here?"
Yes.
It's not a disrespect, but like getting wrapped up in like Kyle Guy and DeQuan Jeffries, like
just like hope, looking for hope,
right? Just anything. You're just searching for answers, or even going back in the day with draft picks, or hey, they just traded for this guy. I don't know, maybe this could be good here, and just feeling let down, and it's ugly, and the basketball is not fun. There's coaching changes and no stability, and you're just like, when is it going to be kind of fun again? And last year was fun beyond
fun,
belief.
Successful, all the above. It was, the high
and now,
highs.
of course, you have expectations, so it's going to feel different. But what I'm trying to remind myself is like, dude, yeah, the stakes feel a little higher this year, but still enjoy it, because this team, when you take a step back, they're 31-23. There were years when this team could barely scratch 27, 28 wins in a season. 2, when they're clicking, they play a pretty fun style of basketball. They move the ball. They've got shooting. They've got some likable guys on the team. I'm like, I understand that this team today, as currently constructed, is not a championship team.
That's
Acknowledged.
Good.
It's okay. Acknowledged. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the ride. This is fun basketball. I am not ready to go back to 25 win land for a season.
I'm not ready to go back to watching players who don't actually love the game play.
Yeah, I want to see fun.
I love seeing people love doing their job, love a child's game in basketball, and just doing it together and smiling together. Yes. All of those things, I appreciate the shit out of. And I know there's going to be some sports fans in here that go like, "I don't appreciate wins." And I'm like, okay. Rooting for teams, it can be subjective too, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's what it is. But that's just my perspective.
Just try to enjoy this time as much as you can, because then you'll look back, and I've been... I feel like an old man saying this. I've been around long enough to remember when fans were going, "You got to fire Rick Adelman. You need a new voice in there." Yeah, that worked out great. Only took like 8,000 coaches to get to one that was legit. I mean, Michael Malone was too. Jaeger's kind of legit, but then, yeah, you get the point. A lot of different ones. So it's going to be exciting to see what this next stretch looks like, Morgan. I mean, I'm really eager to see if guys are able to step up. Sabonis has played his ass off. Can Fox do what he has done this season? For the most part, it's been pretty good. And then can Monk keep it up? Does Keegan have another level he can get to? Can the bench provide some more consistency? I don't know.
We will see.